Tempest in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine wants stealing his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Black metal flow, pounding beats to insight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise done so well. Sit back, relax. Time to chillax. Face the facts. Morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show. Let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Into the mood, coffee for every dude.
Good. What's that on Hillbilly's head? Oh no! What is that? No! It wasn't there just a minute ago. It disappeared right after the intro. It's like, what happened between the scenes? You know, behind the scenes, he looked like a normal hillbilly. Now he's looking all thug. I'm kidding.
Look, Billy.
He kind of look like a hippie.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Woo, yeah. Oh man. So today's a good morning. It is Friday. I'm hoping that Friday is good for you. Hope you got that coffee brewing. I hope you got a hot steaming piping cup of coffee. Hope you got your coffee fixed the way you do. Where I got some hazelnut creamer in my coffee with a little bit of flavor. And I hope you got something like that in your coffee. Hope it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I had cream and sugar.
Cream and sugar.
That's pretty good.
Somebody put somebody's head in my coffee.
Yes.
Caffeine.
Yes. Well, it has to stay warm. You know,
Good
sometimes.
morning.
Good morning, chat.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody on chat.
Morning.
Hey, Billy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome.
Yeah.
Doing awesome.
Yeah. So why did you put the green thing on your head?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's bipolar actions, I guess.
He's preparing himself for 1,000 subs.
That's right. Right. He's going to shave his head and he's going to cover it so he can't see the beautiful baldness.
So everybody out there, subscribe to Hillbilly.
Yeah, subscribe.
Oh, that is something I'll tell you guys later.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Join his community.
Join the community. Could you do?
Yes.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. Hanging in there. Yep. Had a pretty good day yesterday, so makes this day better. So anyway.
All right. That's good. I'm glad you had a good day yesterday. Did you listen to some good music yesterday? Did you jam out to some Pearl Jam or something? Did you get some
yes.
rocking?
Yesterday I did not do any of that because I was wiped out from my dialysis session, so I get wiped out. But
hemodialysis.
I posted one this morning I was listening to when I started the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of the first albums I ever bought.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Might even be the first album I ever bought. I'm pretty close to that or Supertramp, one of the others.
One of the two. All right. Mugenfool, how are you doing this morning?
Doing good.
Yeah. Played any fun games lately?
Yeah, I've been playing some Yu-Gi-Oh video game.
Oh, wow. Yu-Gi-Oh is definitely not Magic. What are you doing here? Sulling the name of Super Fast Tortoise? You're insulting Magic the Gathering?
Hey, I can multitask.
All right. Mugen.
All right.
Yeah,
Don't you know, Mugen, that Yu-Gi-Oh tricks you into doing math?
What?
Math, what is
What?
that?
Yu-Gi-Oh tricks you into doing math. We love Yu-Gi-Oh, but once we found out that it tricks you into doing math, we had to put it down and re-grab our Pokemon cards.
Yeah. That's right. And KJ, how are you doing this fine morning?
All right. So it's been a wild last couple of days. First of all, Twitch keeps on teasing me because I'm like on the cusp of getting affiliate.
Right.
And right now, I need 3 average chatting viewers for my entire month's worth of streaming, and I'm at 2.8 average chatting to get that monetization, and I'm so close. And also, you guys don't know this, but there is somebody in chat right now that you probably never seen before that shares my genetic look. That's right. He is, although he is not the cartoon character that I am, he gets the humanness from his mother.
Nice. Let's see. And tcgdude popping in. How are you doing this morning?
Good
hey,
morning.
tcgdude, what's up?
Not too much, buddy. Had a fun round table yesterday and snoozed off early and woke up early. Took my dog for a walk and made a skillet potatoes and sausage. Bro, I'm ripping and roaring. I'm ready to go.
Well, you know what you should do, tcgdude? You should take your last video that you uploaded and post it in the link so people can watch that schnaz that you did.
Oh yeah, well thank you. I thought it was pretty good schnaz.
I shared it across my platforms from Facebook and everything so people could see it.
Later today, we're going to be doing a reaction on my channel of his video.
Nice.
Because my boy can rap. No.
Yeah, we're going to get that done before I get the monetization.
All right, let's say hello to some people in chat that we are here. We got Captain Waffles. Captain Waffles.
Hey, what's up, Everett? What's up, Captain Waffles?
Right, stay syrupy. Whoop whoop. Real Wiz MTG. Hello. What's up? Good morning.
What's up?
Yeah, hello, Kaz. Hello, it's Kaz. Cowboy Dan. Whoop whoop. Is this your friend that you're talking about? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yes, the tortoise is illustrious, but he needs to put some beard wax in his beard. But I appreciate you being here.
All right, Texas.
I think it's awesome that you're here. So check it out, hang out with us, have a good time. That's what we do. Hope you got some coffee. That's what we hope the most is you have some good coffee while you watch and enjoy the show. It's afternoon somewhere, but it's morning here.
Yeah.
It's real early morning here.
Yeah.
In California, the state that's always burning.
Yep. What's up, Cane Shaker James Willis? In the house.
Up, Cane Shaker?
Right.
What's up?
Oh, we also got a backwoods planting those trees.
Hey, backwoods collector. How you doing?
Woo-hoo. Backwoods collector, Cane Shaker. We got a good house of people here. You guys rock. You guys rule. And you know what that means when we get to that point of the show. You're like, what? What's the point? And I'm like, bumper.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Whoa, we got the first bumper out of the way, and we are diving into the show a little bit more because we got the first segment of the day, and the only person in this house, in this group of people that only knows what the first segment of the day is, Hillbilly. Hillbilly, remind us, what's the first segment of the day?
Well, that would be the
Card of the day.
So I was looking at this card. I'm like, Hillbilly'd be a mean jerk if you put this in his deck.
choice of the nations.
Yep.
So, Hillbilly, I didn't realize that you guarded your coffee that hard.
I tried, but the women always beating me up and taking it from me.
Right? So Choice of Damnations is evil. Look at this. It costs 6 mana. It's a sorcery. The arcane part's not very important to this point. I'm not going to explain it because it's a little in depth why it's useless. Anyways, target opponent chooses a number. You may have that player lose that much life, and if you don't, that player sacrifices all but that many permanents.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I could have
That's
sworn I
evil.
recently seen this on a video somewhere in the last like week or two, and
I-
how this is on the surface level a really bad card, but it actually is good.
Oh, it's ridiculously good because the person choosing a number has to either find a good fixed amount. They either lose X life or they sacrifice all but X permanent, or all down to X permanents. So it's really ridiculous. I remember, I don't know if you know this, but back in the day when Tortoise started, this was a standard set. This was from Kamigawa block.
Oh,
That
you
was in
dinosaur!
2004, 2005 ish, right? Dinosaur ish. This card is ridiculously mean, and in Commander, it's just as ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you can use it as a board wipe
Yes.
or like
Yeah.
loss, but they
Yeah,
choose how much life to lose.
Yeah, your opponent chooses a number, and you gauge what you want to do with the number they give you. So if they say 2, right, that player loses 2 life, or they sacrifice all but 2 permanents. Or if they say 13, they lose 13 life, or they sacrifice all but 13 permanents.
Well, instead of them,
Okay.
I don't think I think you should roll the dice and see how many you got. Get just a 6-sided dice and roll it. You know,
Or
Yeah.
D20.
you get 1 or 6. 13 is kind of ridiculous.
Right?
Yeah.
It is ridiculous, but it's the way the card was. It's choice of damnations makes this card pretty good, pretty slick. And with that, we're gonna move into some pictures of the day. And I decided to invite a couple of KJ's relatives.
Oh yes, facts.
We finally made it to Friday, everybody. Woo woo! That's how we
Woo, woo.
feel sometimes. So, wild week.
Sometime.
Feel like you overdone it. That's Friday
Yeah.
right there. But
Yeah.
more closely related to KJ.
I'm sorry, couldn't read this.
All right, this guy works down the street from me.
Right?
He's just a delivery dude. I'm
Yeah, he's getting behind on delivering his coffee to you.
Right. Right. This is how the behind the scenes look at how I get through the work day. Like there's 4 cups of coffee. He's just going through them like crazy. He's trying to stay awake. Now, moving along from the cartoonish aspects, here's something that's more me. Coffee, medium or
wow.
large, me XXXXL. Look at how big that cup is. I want a cup of
Wow.
coffee that big.
Yeah.
That's like 2 pots of coffee.
Really?
Wow. That's like 2.
And
Wow.
look at that!
That's all-
Look at that! You look at that smile on her face. She's
Right.
happy.
Dude, like this picture's like edited because you see her fingers. They wouldn't be holding the cup that light for how heavy that cup really is.
Really?
Yeah.
well that she's her thumb. Look at how long that thumb is.
Lonely.
Dun, da, da, da.
She actually a Slenderman's wife.
But no,
I ain't going there.
big cup of coffee is what we care about. Then
Yeah.
we got a picture of MTG HILLBILLY in his college days.
Wow. Wow.
That
That guy's funny.
Yeah, Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean
He's so
is pretty
funny.
cool. You know, he's like it's funny how popular he got. Like his show from back in the day had a small limited amount of episodes, and he just blew up and crazy because people loved his comedy.
He did.
Does a lot of cameos and stuff.
I liked the Mr. Bean cartoon that came out.
Yeah, that was even a short run series that bolstered him up. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't know how you guys.
But HILLBILLY looked so handsome back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you put the beard on him, he look more handsome. See,
Maybe-
that's the way he looks at his wife when he has plans.
Right. Maybe this should be Hillbilly's 1,000 subscriber. Get a haircut and shave his beard to look like Mr. Bean.
That's
kidding.
that's a good one.
That's right. All right. Pictures of the day done. And we're doing good. I'll take a trash can of coffee, please. I want a barrel of coffee. And with that, that leads us into the next portion of the segment, and that's the question of the day. Question of the day we kind of covered before, but I think it's important because we got an AI Eminem to ask the question. So
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
So, AI Eminem here to ask a question that's been asked before, but it's a good question because it's more important because it comes from a person of authority over media, or not media, over rap.
You got one chance to be a magic card. What are you? And what are your abilities? Mana cost as well.
I thought you said Eminem as in one of the red or yellow M&Ms.
Is this new? Is this new? Is this just debuting on the show? AI Eminem? I love it.
I honestly thought you were talking about Eminem like one of the Eminem mascots.
I thought you talking about the M&M candy.
Yeah, the mascot. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So if his question was if you could be a magic card, what
Yeah.
would it be?
Yeah,
And the mana cost?
Right.
That's a good question.
Yes, it is.
Especially because on the fly, like it's almost. I feel like it's almost as important as what's your favorite card,
Mhm.
right? And not to like rabbit trail too much. But there is a website called EDH Rec and a YouTube channel associated with that, and they recently put out a video talking about signature decks versus favorite decks. And
Right.
this seems I literally feel like I'm in that same like debate or argument. It falls in line with that as far as what you would be as a magic card. But I don't know. I guess for conversation's sake, I'll make it fast. Shout out to my past friend Brandon. I'd be a Tarmogoyf all day, bro. Future sight frame.
Oh, nice. I'm so happy that they're bringing the future sight frames back. And I like the fact they're doing like cards that never been in the frame before, like Counterspell. So sick. I remember playing back in the day. Pepperidge Farm remembers too.
Yeah, Petri Farm. Wow. I'd really have to think hard on this one.
Well,
I'd have to research because there's so many different characters out there, and just to come up with one, and the only thing I really know is dragons.
Yeah.
So
Coach's magic. Hello. Yeah.
Look, Coach.
Don't think too hard, Dad. We don't want your. I don't want you to crave mom's spaghetti and your arms feeling heavy. So just take it a little bit, one step at a time.
I'll proxy his vote. He votes Animate Dead. The enchantment.
Captain Waffles would be Ragvan Nympho Piffler. Oh.
That's what's
but if you were a magic card and you had your own ability or planeswalker, what do you think you would be? That's
see, that narrows it down like super low number compared to just any old magic card.
Right.
I wouldn't mind being. Okay, I was gonna say I wouldn't mind being a mixture of Jason and Liliana.
Jelana?
Yeah, no, Liliana. Jilliana, yeah. Too much. Mixture of the two.
I don't
know. Liliana, the brain sculptor?
Yeah.
Hell
she
yeah,
does
bro.
raise the dead, so
we made a new channel mascot, Jilliana.
Liliana.
So,
Jilliana.
So my brain work. If I were a magic card, I'd be a 5-color tortoise with some ridiculous abilities, right? So, like, I was thinking about this last night, and I'm like, man, what would be a fun commander for a 5-color tortoise? And I was out there in the cube with some cards. I'm like, 5-color tortoise that had whenever he cast a non-creature spell, put a +1 counter on this tortoise. Whenever he cast a creature spell, put a 3/3 turtle token onto the battlefield. And whenever your land comes into play, scry 2. I'm like, that seems like some fun abilities for a
Jeez,
5-color
bro.
commander.
Chilean the turtle.
Right? Chilean the turtle. All the fun things. Does everything. I was trying to think of a commander that, would be like an overall decent commander that people could play. I mean, it's not busted by any means, but it does push a lot of heat.
I feel like I would totally be okay with playing against that 5-color turtle if it had a huge drawback. Like, at the end of turn, discard 2 cards, or, something that, affects a turtle, that drags you down speed-wise a little bit.
You would think that, but we live in an era where drawbacks are barely a thing anymore. Like, that's the power creep
Yes, let's just play all upside.
Yep, look at Chilean. He's all upside.
Coach over here, yes. How about a hot cup of reality? Thank you. That's funny.
Well, KJ wanted me to share this.
That's who I'd be if it's the only head. The guy I wasn't sure if it would be appropriate to share on stream, but I shared it to you that way. But I figure I'd be regeneration. Obviously he's a head guy, and regenerate enchanted creature.
Yeah,
Nice.
So this is an aura. So it goes on a creature, and if the creature would die, you may pay a green and regenerate it. It taps the creature. There's not a lot of text on it to explain it, but he taps the creature, but it saves it from damage. Yeah.
Cool.
I actually like regeneration, cool. The enchantment. That was a good pick, Dan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Makes
That's
sense.
a cool picture.
In the jar.
Yeah, I had no idea this artwork exists. It definitely would be up there. Like, as far as topic of controversial magic arts, this is in that debate.
Yeah, that's why I was afraid to show it. I said I thought, well, maybe I just put it in the chat and see what happens in the private chat.
Well, Tortoise can always check his stream later and see if it's restricted. Not sidebarring too hard, but Tortoise, I know you watch vidIQ. They put a video out this morning talking about restricted content, and yeah, I actually took screenshots and tested their theory, and it's true. So you might get stifled on this one, buddy.
I don't think it'll be too much. All right.
Yeah, nah, you're right. I'm just pulling your leg. But seriously though, vidIQ did drop a video about restricted content this morning. You might want to check it out. DJ too. I actually checked this channel. So yeah.
Right. Siege. All right.
Yeah, that whole card right there. Only reason why I knew about that card is because Grim is helping me build a deck, and we're looking for cards that are heads.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna make my head deck.
Nice.
Cool. You got to get the Helm of K. I forget what the actual name is, but Gavin Verhey referenced it recently, and it's made a return in one of the playtest cards.
And a good search ability. I know it's a little different, but look up Medusa cards with Medusa's head on it, because there's a couple cards where it shows someone holding her head.
Medusa.
The hillbilly. Oh yeah.
No.
3, 4, 5. Haste, trample, chainsaw. Remove a charge counter from hillbilly. It fights target creature and opponent controls. Excess damage dealt this way. Dealt to that creature is dealt to the creature's controller instead. Whenever one or more creatures die, put a charge counter on the hillbilly, and the hillbilly gets +1/+0 for each charge counter on it. It's a 3/3. That is definitely a hillbilly card. It's just instead of chainsaw, they should do moonshine counters.
Moonshine.
Yeah. Yep. Moonshine counter.
Looks like a turtle. His head looks like a turtle.
It's so different.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There you go.
My wife told me the same thing. Just kidding.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
You find the
Cane
mute button.
Ticker. I would be an old man to fairy. I would time travel to different places, planes to nap. That's right. Nap is awesome.
Thanks for that.
Isn't there a reanimate cards? Yeah, there's a lot of reanimate cards.
It's funny you say that, the Real Wiz MTG, because if I didn't say Tarmogoyf, I was gonna say reanimate or animate dead. I really, really love just reanimating creatures out the graveyard. That's one of my favorite moves to do in Magic, bro.
Yeah, reanimate's a strong ability. I love reanimation. Reanimate there's a card from Shadowmoor. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a hybrid red-black card. It reanimates a creature for 5 mana. And if black was to cast it, you reanimate a creature. If red was used to cast it, creature gains haste until end turn.
Cool.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Can't remember the name, but it's from Shadowmoor. With that, we've reached a certain part of the show.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flair. Supervised tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
Whoa. So we are actually on a slight chat and chill topic today. Today, I gotta admit, for the first time ever on our channel, we had someone rage quit from a game last night. It was sad.
No.
Oh wait, what? You're in a Commander game?
Yep.
Oh, that's spicy. I missed it.
Right. It was sad. Kind of funny, but sad. It's kind of funny because it was dealing with someone who didn't. I guess they were newer to the game. They must have been newer to the game because they didn't understand basic mana-based actions and how mana phase. They didn't realize mana phased out during phases, and they didn't know how to assess the board properly. So they didn't think there was a way out of the game. So they salted out. They unsubscribed from me and HILLBILLY.
They uninstalled the game.
And right, and they're like, and they were even saying this is blinked up. They were using a swear word.
Wow.
Yeah,
So they've been a long time sub, and what was it, a first time game for them, or?
No. It was a second time game. I was playing my enchantment deck again because like this deck I've been playing, this enchantments deck, the Ash for the Mask, I haven't played with for a couple years. So I've been wanting to play with it. Now, the deck's not super amazing, but it does get there, right? HILLBILLY's
yeah.
Right?
You gotta pay 36 lanes just to attack me with one dang gone creature. Dag blade, I can't win against that.
Right? But anyways, last night, Salmonella, our friend, was on, and he was playing a mana burn deck where it feeds you mana, and he had a couple cards out where one you start your pre-combat main phase with 2 green mana, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. The thing from the cons block.
Magus of the Vineyard.
About. Oh, okay, nice. I thought it was a siege, but yeah. Go ahead.
All right, then he had the siege does the same thing, but that wasn't one that was out. Then there was and then he had his commander out who says at the end of each player's turn, if there's any unspent mana, or whenever unspent mana just goes away, they lose life equal to the mana.
Oh,
so he had that out.
Okay.
Right? Can't remember the guy. It's a John D color. Well, this guy flipped out because he didn't understand the interactions. Like he even said, if you tap a soul ring, you get to 2 mana and it floats till the end of the turn. And we're like, no, that's not how it works. If you tap 2 mana during your pre-combat main phase or during your main phase, once you go to combat phase, it goes away.
Yeah.
He's like, that's BS.
Yeah, I thought I was seeing fire coming from my computer because the way as angry as he got.
Right.
Oh no.
Wow.
No,
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of like when you are really young and learning to play card games or whatever games with a friend, and then they just seemingly make up a rule on the spot that makes you lose.
Right.
That's probably what was going through his head. He's like, yeah, this game is already BS enough, and now you're telling me that I get damaged for not spending my mana? Screw you.
Some Exodia, the forbidden one.
Yeah.
And that guy had like three pieces of all parts.
Man, he was a nice guy, but he just didn't understand the whole mana burn thing.
Well, right. And it's been a rule that's been out of the game for over a decade now, right? So it's not even worth mentioning in most introductory products or YouTube videos that people watch, or hell, arena gameplay, right? Hillbilly, if somebody was to watch your game stream, they would not know that mana burn's a thing because it's all automated on arena.
Yeah.
Salt level was high. Did you tell the person to watch his sodium? Well, the guy actually left right before we could even interact. He was just sitting there trying to figure things out. Then all said, "This is bullshit," and he's like gone. And my sub count went down. And even though he just subbed to me that day.
Yeah.
Well,
easy come, easy go.
Yep.
Seems like to me he didn't. I mean, I don't know all the rules. I just listen to you guys. If you say this is the way it's played, I just say, okay, that's the way it's played. Because I don't know.
Well, that's right. Like when I attack the 1/1 and I tell Dad he's doing 40 damage, he believes it.
I would.
Yeah. We wouldn't say wrong.
And you wouldn't send me in the wrong direction.
No, we want you to have the first game possible.
Yep.
Well, our friend, our friend Sam Nell has some high-powered, almost competitive CDH decks, but like he's playing decks that luckily we had answers to, and maybe that should have been a warning when he wanted to jump in. We should have been like, this guy plays heavier decks, because Sam Nell is. He's a poor dude, so most of the cards he play with come out of a printer that go burr, so he proxies a lot. So, we kind of expect that. Hillbilly and I expect that from him. We understand that, but like the fact that someone gets salty over learning that what they believe for years ain't true is definitely not a way to handle the situation. Because like even I had a board wipe that fixed the situation. He could have stayed in the game. He could have done a lot more. There was so much interaction in that game. I mean, I was just waiting for 6 mana to play a Terminus that was in my hand. That's the one that puts all creature cards on the battlefield under their opponent's library. That's what I needed to fix the game for us.
Yep.
And I got it. So if he would have stayed the game. One thing that's a good piece of advice for understanding MTG in the game, especially for new, is finish the game you're playing because you never know the outcome until you get there.
Exactly.
Last night, I won the game with 7 life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 7 life. But you always seem to win.
No, I don't.
You don't always win.
That deck did, though. That deck is pillow 40.
It's a pretty strong deck.
Yeah, it gets pretty strong. Sometimes, usually, it's really slow. Like it wasn't as strong as the week before, where you just went boom powerhouse.
Yeah, don't remind me about that day. Whew.
Oh, KJ, look at your little thumbnail thing there. That's fun.
So, so you had this guy visiting your stream, I take it.
Yep. All right. I'm only a few years in. I'm still learning how some mechanics work in certain situations. That's right.
Yep. I mean, there's always answers to every card out there.
Yeah.
Just look. No deck is 100%.
All right. We somebody beat super fast. Right on, Captain Waffles.
Yeah. You beat me with a 5-color deck.
Someone has to eventually.
Right.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah, it's just.
I think Tortoise froze.
I did for a second.
Oh, okay. He's back.
Yeah.
It's like he's like disappointed or something.
Man, you can go out. Yeah, you can go out here and buy a $400 or $500 deck. Somebody else go out here and buy a $60 dollar deck,
Right.
and that $60 dollar deck can beat that other deck,
Right.
but it's also vice versa.
Yeah. Well, like as a newer player, in order to understand the games, you got to play the cards out. You got to. It's good to verbally walk yourself through what you're doing, so you hear yourself saying what you're doing and understanding what's going on. So if you need to be corrected, you verbally know what you were doing. You're verbally told why it's wrong or why it's correct. You know, you need to play the game to finish the game, and you can't just give up. I mean, yesterday I kept a 2-land hand in a 3-color deck just because I had Sylvan Library in my hand. I'm like, that was a go getter. You know,
Wow.
and luckily the land one of the lands in my hand was a forest, so I could cast it. And I'm like, there you go. There's some top deck control they give me there. And the only reason why I took 8 damage twice is because there was no land on the top 6 cards in my library.
Oh wow. Oh, wow.
You could have had my land because that's all I was drawing last night.
Right? Sylvan Library. It's a good card, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So here's a question for you guys, right? What is a basic interaction that you had to learn or you had to get over in your life? Like, what is something you guys had to kind of rise above? Because sometimes it causes saltiness, or maybe a rule that came in that just threw the game off in your brain that you learned to accept.
Well, I used to get mad at WotC for banning stuff, but heck, it happens. So you just got to get over it.
Right. I believe in no matter how long a deck may be, it still depends on the card that draw, at least to that extent. That's right.
Yep.
Hey, Bob. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you.
What's up, Bob?
It's Bob Day.
Yep. So, I know Kuji wouldn't have much of an answer because he hasn't been in the game too long and hasn't been able to play very much lately.
Yeah.
But for TCG dude, was there something that made you salty, or that was a game change or a rules interaction that you had to learn?
I mean, I suppose I will just take from a recent example, and it's the stack. Not that I personally am salty about it to this day, but oh gosh, what was it? Skullcrack, deal 3 damage. Damage can't be prevented. I tried using that in the Ravnica Remastered draft. And because of the way I worded my response, like my opponent basically took me saying okay as, all right, I understand your spell has resolved, instead of, okay, I understand what's happening. And then when I went to try and cast my spell, he's like, no, it doesn't work that way because you said okay and the stack works this way. So communicate. Yeah, bro. Like for real. That's something that I'm really trying to work on before going to Vegas, because like I kind of might just pull the waffles move and just not say anything, like in his video. Just, if it resolves, I nod. If it doesn't resolve, I don't say or do anything.
It doesn't exist anymore, but damage on the stack was a pain for me because it was still a thing when I first started. That's right. I remember damage on the stack and how it worked was crazy, especially with Mog Fanatic and stuff like that. I think that's in the same vein of what you're talking about, TCG dude.
Indeed. I think the stack is probably one of the more trickier aspects of Magic, because it's like quote unquote invisible. Now, I was thinking about this problem to myself the other day, and theoretically, you could use those Infinite tokens and make a stack in the middle of the board, right? and just write down all the triggers, yada, 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 and then peel them off one by one to physically represent the stack. But the amount of time that takes and the resources you have to have on hand to prepare for that it's just not worth the trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing that screwed me over mentally was mana burn. Now, I've never been a fan of mana burn, but I thought it was fair and pushed the game to go faster. But damn, I had a big reaction to it. I'm like, Magic's gonna lose the game. People are not gonna play anymore because the mana burn's there. But another interaction that they changed was the legendary rule. That threw me off the wall. I'm like, that's not fair. I don't like it. There should only be one. Because if you remember how legendary rule, if the legendary
used
rule
the work where you could only have one named card on both sides of the field, and so you could use it as a pseudo removal by casting your own.
That's right. Exactly. And I used to do that with clone spells. Like someone have a legendary creature and I clone them and they both have to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nope, it doesn't work that way anymore. In fact, you can have two planeswalkers of the same name on the battlefield now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I can see how some people can get a little agitated if they don't understand the game, as I'm learning, And one of the things that that confuses me is, okay, something's legal in Modern and Legacy, but it's not legal in Standard, or it's legal in Pauper, but it's not legal in Brawl or Timeless. And
Ooh, it's a good example of that is Lightning, not Lightning Bolt, but Lightning Strike, the 2 mana instant for 3 damage, or makes 3 damage, whatever. That is Standard legal now, but it wasn't up until freaking Crimson Vow or whatever recent set printed it. Until then, I think it was like Theros Beyond Death or original Theros, some set that was like 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? But it was legal in Modern and Pioneer up until that point, you know what I'm saying? So Dan, you present a good argument that knowing card legalities is difficult for the average player.
Right, and if it's difficult for the average player, imagine somebody who's just learning. And I've been getting lessons from people who play in different formats, and so I'm like, okay, I thought that wasn't a legal card. Oh, it's legal in this format though.
Yeah, that's the thing. You should do. This sounds weird, but you should learn the one format at a time if you can.
Every format is different. Yes, Standard, just like, for example, Standard and Commander. Commander is more like a singleton, 100-card singleton decks. And Standard, you can have multiple copies of a card.
Right. Multiple copies.
And every format is played different. They have their own set of rules.
The only thing that makes me salty are reprints. In an unbridled way, they have done over the past 4 years. Clone the Week will get reprinted. Probably. Reprints are doing their thing, and they definitely get salty. It's like when they did up.
Dang it. That's how it works.
So reprints. Sadly, reprints will be a thing. I kind of got salty when they reprinted Overwhelming Forces, only because it was a card I thought they'd never really care about ever again, but they did. Yeah, but sadly, such is life, and we can't control what the motherboard does or the mother brain does. Well, I don't know what to call it.
The mothership.
Mothership. Yeah, WotC.
No, speaking of Mother Brain, I plan on streaming Super Metroid here in the future, so stick around for that.
Woo!
Yeah.
Metroid.
Good
I played
segue.
Metroid Prime on channel. It was pretty good. What's up?
Yeah.
Segue.
What was that?
Yeah,
KJ?
good segue. I said good segue. Because he brought Mother Brain to to Metroid. So I was just saying good segue. I like that.
Good segue. That's a good opportunity to sneak that in. That's what it was.
Yes, he
That's
said.
right. But thinking of salty, Metroid will make you salty when you keep losing and dying and have to restart from certain areas, especially if it's the old Nintendo version and you don't have save spots.
Yep.
Yep. It's crazy.
Well, I don't know.
We used to say something about having people who overuse their save spots, because back in the day with if you were a cabinet gamer like I was with the arcade units, you didn't have save spots. You had 5 seconds to put in another quarter to continue your game.
That's right.
Otherwise, you were just.
Otherwise, yes.
They carried that tune over into the console games where you die and they give you like 20 seconds to press start to restart again, or game over.
I wish that I had been like old enough to be present in arcades to put my name on the scoreboard and just have that flex. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I remember those days. I can't remember. I don't remember the games, but there's one I really liked. They put it out again in machines like you have, like the tortoise machine. And I was always playing that all the time. I never made number 1, but I came in twice and number 2 or 3 times. Number 2.
Okay.
What
just
game was that?
Just push the button and type in your initials, and it blows up the screen. You got the high score. Hey.
What game was that?
I think it was Galactica.
Galaga.
Galaga. Yeah.
Oh.
I love that game.
I was really stoked when I was working at the Namco arcades back in the day, and when a new game came in, I had the privilege of being one of the first to get in on playing it and getting my initials up in there, and
boy,
that was a privilege. But then,
yeah, tell me about it. I'm sorry, I'm salivating at your life chapter over here. You worked at Namco arcades.
yeah, 2 summers in a row, man. It was the Namco arcades that used to be at the Disneyland Hotel, where.
Oh my God! And it wasn't just some run-of-the-mill place; it was the creme de la creme. Okay.
It was. Now, back in the day, there used to be this area. Now it's not there anymore. It's like the little wharf area of the Disneyland Hotel. But there used to be this area where people could paddle boat and whatnot. Well, underneath the paddle boat lagoon that they had, there was a Namco arcades. And it was run and operated by Namco. It had nothing to do with Disney other than being on their premises. And I worked there 2 summers in a row, and I just enjoyed that. That was probably one of my most enjoyable jobs before I started doing the karaoke work.
Oh, no doubt, bro. I mean, Atari used to be the household name when it came to arcades, but to any entrenched gamers, we know full well Namco is just vetted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're like always a competitor in the Olympics of gaming.
Oh yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for Namco, I mean, don't get me wrong. I had this conversation last night with Caustic regarding arcade games and whatnot. And Caustic's a big fan of vector games. I never was because screen burn. I don't like it. And but Namco brought the market for sprites, the sprite based arcade gaming, and if not for Namco, you wouldn't have Pac-Man.
Right. Pac-Man.
Wow.
Dude, yeah. Pac-Man was Mario before Mario, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be all weird or whatever, but even my mom, like, I'm 32 years old, and for my entire 32 years, my mom's always like, I love Pac-Man. I bought you a Sega because I had Pac-Man. You know what I'm saying?
but when I was growing up, the first home game they had was ping pong. And you had
Pong.
And Pong, yeah. You go beep, beep, and you make the paddles bigger or smaller, or make the ball faster, or
Yeah, I was on
it costs
that
like
game. That game. Sorry,
go ahead.
That game first kind of started on the Magnavox Odyssey.
Yeah, it was. I don't know who made it, but I used to go to my friend's house and we'd play it.
It was an
hours.
Atari product. It was an Atari product.
Right,
Yeah,
but the same thing. Boop, boop, boop,
Yep.
was the Magnavox Odyssey.
Played it for hours and hours. I mean, that's all we did. We drink beer and play pong.
Yeah, the only reason why Magnavox Odyssey is not known for much is because, like, it was a console that kind of just did one thing pretty much, and your games were lying on a sheet like a transparent sheet that you covered your TV with, so it didn't do well. And the setup was complicated.
Yeah.
Where when Atari came out, they simplified the whole process, and it was just easier, so it became more popular. Then ET came out and ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
kjcdude was like, we used to play pong and drink beer, and my brain is like, man, beer pong had a totally different meaning in the 70s.
Right.
But you know, when I was in Germany and you know the game started coming out, there was just one game. I don't remember the name of it. And you know what ASSI characters are?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this whole game was based on those characters, and you had this one @ sign, and had to go through all these levels to capture the princess. And every time you went into a space, all these other little characters would attack you, and you had to fight them off. And it was a simple game. I mean, and we played that for hours. You know, you sit there by yourself, and before you know, it's 12 o'clock at night.
Yep.
Well, I gotta tell you, I was now when it came back to the old cabinet games, I was a nerd. I was all about Missile Command. You know, don't give me a joystick. I'll need one button and a ball mouse type of scenario. You know, Missile Command was my game.
Oh yeah, I still have that.
Mine was Asteroids.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah. Asteroid was another ball game.
Yep.
Had the ball.
My game was Turok 2: Seeds of Evil.
Yeah. Growing up, Pokemon was my game, but
yeah, I had I still have Missile Command on Atari. I have the ball and the joystick, and you move the ball and try and stop the nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
On my Atari, play that Asteroids. I put it on two. Then I got so tired of playing it, so I put it on 2 players.
Wow.
Two-player Asteroids?
What was that other one? Space Invaders?
Yeah, Space Invaders. Space Invaders, funny about Space Invaders is Space Invaders had that line of code that they ended up changing the line of code up just slightly to come up with Centipede.
Right,
because it was the across the screen down one, across the screen down one. Well, they decided, well, why don't we make it trail and then put obstacles in its way, so it but it's the same concept for a line of code for the across the screen down one.
Yeah, I have centipedes. But I think I'm giving it to Superfast if I can ever get it to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Cane Chick says, back in my day, we went outside and played with the stick, and we liked it.
We like it, and now it evolved to a cane.
Yeah,
there you go, kjcdude. Took my joke. I was just typing in chat. You mean you went outside with a cane?
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise. Building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon. No one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house. We own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
I want to go overtime today, but I actually can't because I got things got not set up for, but get ready to go and do dog watch and stuff. Yeah. So we're going to have to scrim into this world here, get compacted here, get focused, dress up like hillbilly, go meh, 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 meh.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, get your beads and your bandana, and you're ready to go.
right? But then we're gonna have to go to the shill section, so we're gonna start with hillbilly.
All right. Well, if you want to be like me, you gotta get your wife make you a shirt like this. My wife made this shirt for me. It's tie dyed. Very good at it. Thank you, Mrs. Billy. Anyway, let's chill about the channel. 542 subs. Awesome. Let's keep the channel growing. Also, on the 17th, right now there's a poll going on in the community for you to vote on which box that I use for the giveaway on the 17th.
I haven't seen the poll.
And all you got to do is go to the poll, make your vote, and then to be entered into, because the only thing the poll does is tell me which box to use. Now, to enter the giveaway, all you got to do is be a subscriber, be in the Discord, be a U.S. resident, and leave a comment on the videos, because you never know which video I will use for the comment picker to pick the winners.
All
And the
right.
way I'm going to do it is there's going to be three, whatever box wins the poll. The box will be split up between 3 people. So you'll get 12 packs a piece for 3 winners.
Oh, nice.
17. And I will see everybody this afternoon at 2 o'clock for another arena stream.
Arena stream. Woo-hoo. Then we're gonna go roll over to kjcowboydan.
Hey. So sometime today, I'm going to be going live on Twitch, and we're going to be hanging out with the one and only tcgdude for a minute, because we're going to be doing a live reaction to his latest video and a couple other videos that I've discovered.
Oh, so what time's that?
I'll be posting it on Discord. It all depends on when tcgdude is going to be available, as he's got a few things going on in his neck of the woods.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll keep a lookout on Discord.
Yeah, but we're gonna react to his video, and got a couple other stuff to react to. I was just turned on to we were just turned on to some G.I. Joe related stuff that we're also gonna react to. So it's gonna be a good day. Also, I'm on the cusp of being of getting affiliate on Twitch, so everybody that visits would be appreciated.
Nice.
Right.
Let's hope we get there quick and soon, without getting more emails saying, "Hey, you're close to it."
That's right. You're almost here. Oh yeah. No, stop.
Zoidberg, get out of here.
tcgdude, anything you want to shill?
Yeah, just a little bitty. All right, I got the present window here. If you just want to blow me up a little bit more.
All right. Okay, I see it.
Thank you. So yes, I do have a YouTube channel. I have been game streaming a variety of games, Call of Duty, Final Fantasy, other stuff. Recently, I put out a parody song video. Yes, we are going to be live reacting to that on Dan's channel later. But what I'm trying to tell you about right now is your boy tcgdude is going to MagicCon Vegas, and I'm gonna need money for Vegas. So
money.
help me help you to bling out your future standard decks, and let's do a box break for core sets. I'm going to be doing a series on this that's going to be going from 2014 to 2011. So that's 2014, 2013, 2012, 2011. We're starting with 2014. We got $18 a seat. You're going to get $5 a pack, or 5 packs for that $18, excuse me. And we are battling high and low CMC to win an extra 3 packs. So that's going to be pretty much run the same way that you're familiar with seeing on other Rip and Ship channels or DJ's box battles. So yeah, everything hunky dory. Yeah, bro, that's pretty much it. Let's raise funds and box battle.
Mugenfool.
Yeah.
Anything
Okay, there we
you want
go.
to shill?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to record today, but I'm gonna try to record tomorrow and record some gameplay of something. Not sure what yet.
Well, just take it easy.
Yeah,
Take it easy.
I'll take it easy.
Yeah, there you go. Take it easy. Do what you can with what you got.
Yeah.
What you got's good. Now, do we have a song of the day, kjcgdude?
We do. We does. And we have. Song of the Day is off. I think this is, like I talked earlier, I think this is like one of the first albums I ever bought.
Ooh, yeah.
Jethro Tull, War Child.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a lot of Song of the Day, but the one I was looking at was, it's called War Child because when you play Magic, you're actually at war with your opponent. So that's why I picked it. And there's cast of characters. Ooh. All right. As far as anything going on my channel, it's just dead right now.
That's right.
I'll put something up one day, and you guys will be all surprised.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Yeah,
I'm gonna pass. Maybe I'll just sit there and look at the channel with my happy face.
Right. Wait, you look sell the show, you know?
Yep. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. Super Fast Tortoise here. I do not know what this weekend's going to look like when it comes to shows until later today. I'll let you guys know as soon as possible if we're going to have shows or not. Because until I know the space I'm going to, I have no clue what it's going to look like. So I'm going to take my laptop and my mic with me and my trusty cool mouth that everybody's jealous of because it's a pen. Yes. Yeah.
We're all
I
jealous.
Know. So jealous. Such a good pen. Anyways. But make sure you like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Be a part of the Creep. A creep is a group of tortoises in the wild, and that's what we are. We are wild. And with that, I want to thank everybody for joining the show today here in chat. Thank you, everybody in chat. But also, I want to thank everybody like Mugenfool, Hillbilly, KJ, kjcgdude, tcgdude for all jumping in and making today's stream epic. Because without them, we wouldn't have a show like with having you. If you weren't here, everybody in chat, we wouldn't have a good show, but you make this possible. So thank you for being awesome, being amazing, and remember, you have a good weekend.
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
Got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound.